Hello, viewers. Today I will talk about a drama written by Henrik Ibsen, and the drama name is Ghost. Though the title of the play sounds like the, the story of the play or the plot of the play may deal with spirit or some kind of ghost story or story that is related to spirit, but in reality that is not the case. If you read the story or if you read the drama, then you will get to know that ghost is just a symbol here. Okay. Ghost is ghost is just a literary figure, or it's just a literary device used by the playwright to indicate that in our life, in each human being's life, we all carry some kind of indelible memories, some kind of indelible events, trauma, and that thing is actually ghost for us, and uh, that thing is tried to depict in this play through various incidents and through various characters. Okay, without any delay, let's begin the story. But before beginning, let's try to know a little bit about the playwright Henrik Ibsen. Henrik Ibsen was born on 20 March 1828 and died on 23 May 1906. And he was a Norwegian playwright and theater director. He is one of the founders of modernism in theater, and he is often referred to as the father of realism. Means through his literary works or through his plays, the writer Henrik Ibsen has tried to delineate the realistic circumstance of our society, means the bitter truth of society. That scenario can be found in his plays, and he is one of the most influential playwrights of his time. His major works include Bran, Peer Giant, and Enemy of the People, Emperor, and Galilean, and one of the famous work, A Doll's House. You might have read this play, and Hedda Gabler, Ghost, The Wild Duck, When We Dead Awaken, Rosmar Salam, and The Master Builder. These are the prominent works written by him, and he is one of the most frequently performed dramatists in the world after William Shakespeare. And his play A Doll's House was the world's most performed play in the year 2006. Okay, and uh, the play Ghost is written in Danish language. Okay, and it was written in 1881, and this was first staged in 1882 in Chicago, Illinois, in the US, in a production by a Danish company on tour. Means they were on a tour in US, and like many of Ibsen's play, Ghost is also this also depicts the scathing commentary on 19th century morality, and because of its harsh and bitter subject matter, this play was very controversial at the time. At the time, and uh, this play, as I have already discussed, that this play's subject is dealt with very bitter truth of our society, like religion, venereal disease like HIV/AIDS, and incest and euthanasia. These all things you will find in this play. That's why this play was not well received after the publication. Rather, it has uh, garnered garnered negative criticism. Okay. Okay. Now let's try to know a little bit about the play. First, there are five main characters in this play. Number one is the son, and we have Mrs. Helen. Then we Mrs. Helen Elving. She is a widow, and Oswald Elving. Oswald Elving is Mrs. Helen Elving's son, and he is also a painter. And there is a character called Pastor Manders, and he is an old friend of Helen Elving. And there is another character, that is Jacob Angstrom, and he is a carpenter. Okay, these are the main characters of the play. Okay, now let's begin the plot storyline of the play. There is a character, as we have already know, Regina Angstrom. Regina Angstrom is Mrs. Elving's maid, and she is the purported daughter of Jacob Angstrom, but she is also means illegitimate child of Captain Elving. Okay, Captain Elving is no more in this play. He was died many years ago, and this story actually deals with his events, means how his character has influenced another characters. This way we will get to know. As we have already discussed that Captain Elving is dead before the beginning of the play, and Helen Elving is the wife of Captain Elving. So Helen Elving is about to dedicate an orphanage that she has built in memory of her late husband, Captain Elving. Got it? And Captain Elving has had many affairs. I mean, many affairs with another women of that locality, and he had many illegitimate child also. And because of his illegitimate sexual encounters or affairs and relationships, he had a very deadly disease called here you syphilis. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted disease, and this is a very deadly, detrimental disease. And our not the protagonist of the play, but one of the most important characters of the play, Captain Elving was uh, he was suffered from it, and when he left this world at that time, Helen Elving, she has a true money through her finance and power. She has created an orphanage, and in memory of Captain Elving, she has tried to dedicate it. But in reality, uh, Mrs. Elving never liked him for many reasons. And one of the most important reason is this, that he means Captain has had many illegitimate childs and affairs. Okay, and um, despite Captain's affairs, Mrs. Elving stayed with him to protect her son from the taint of scandal, and for fear of being shunned by the community. Means Mrs. Elving has made up her mind to be with Mr. Elving due to her son, because she thought that if she left her husband, then her son will would have to face different kinds of criticism from the society and different kinds of taint of scandals, and society or the community might reject them. That's why she had decided to stay with her husband despite her means dislikeness, or despite her hatred. Okay, and in the course of the play, she has discovered that her son Oswald Alvin. Okay, Oswald is the son of our Mr. and Mrs. Alvins. Okay, so in the course of the play, Mrs. Elving, she discovers that her son Oswald too suffering from syphilis. Okay, and uh, to protect her son Oswald from this all kinds of disease and this all kinds of social scandal, she had uh, she had actually sent away uh, her son to another place. But despite that, he was suffered from syphilis. Okay, and she has also discovered that Oswald has fallen in love with her maid Regina Angstrom. Got it? And who is revealed to be the illegitimate daughter of Captain Elving, and is therefore Oswald's half sister. Got it? Now means our character, Mrs. Elving, has got to know that her son Oswald has fallen in love with a girl called Regina Angstrom, and after some time, she has also found out that actually Regina Angstrom is the illegitimate daughter of Captain Elving, means of her own husband. So that means uh, her son Oswald is falling in love with his own uh, sister. Okay, that is the means bitter truth of the society. Means if a person is not loyal, then what kind of situation can happen, and this kind of incidents are actually happening in our society, and it still happens, and that's what the uh, dramatist is trying to depict through this play. Okay, then what happens then we got to know that Regina then she departs and she left Oswald in anguish. Then he asks his mother to help him avoid the last stages of syphilis with a fatal morphine overdose, and she agrees, but only if it becomes necessary. And the play concludes with Mrs. Elving having to confront the decision of whether or not to euthanize her son in accordance with his wishes. So before means at the end of the play, we get to know that Regina, she left Oswald, and he Oswald was to uh, at the last stage of his syphilis, as I have already mentioned, that that was a very detrimental and deadly disease. So he was suffering from the last stage of syphilis, and he was about to die. And before die, means as the death was not approaching him quickly, so he told his mother that he should have now some kind of, means, some morphine, and by that morphine he may have some relief. Okay, then then the story ends. Then we get to know that later uh, Oswald dies from that disease, and the story ends. So this story tells us that in our society there are some evil elements in the form of our own family members, and in the fear of societal ostracization or rejection, we always tend to ignore these kinds of thing, and that is the ghost, or that is the, means, fear that we all carry in our life. That is what this play is trying to focus. I hope you have got to know about little uh, about the play, and this is just my understanding of the play, and for better and clear understanding you must read the play, and this is just a reference, means this is just a perspective of mine by me. And thank you so much for watching the video. Bye bye.